So Bitcoin recently has been retracing. So the big question is, will it stay at this level or will we come down a little bit lower? But welcome everybody to Crypto Angles podcast number 61. My name is Kelita Sahliah. If you're new, I am a mother, I'm a real angel, and of course I dabble in crypto. That's why you're here. So on this channel, we combine the crypto market with astrology, but it's astrology of the sky, not mainstream tropical astrology. So the sun, moon, and stars, what you see above your head, that is what we follow. Astrology plays a big role when it comes to the crypto market. So if you are new, usually the order of the video, we look at the astrological story that's happening this cycle. Then we'll check out the technical analysis for Bitcoin, XRP, and the DXY. Sometimes we'll look at some Gematria connections if anything's happened on the world stage, but not in this video. It is Father's Day today, so it won't be a long video because Mama's making some food for my baby daddy. But anyway, let's get into this video. So this astrological story, this cycle, it's the 16th today. Happy Father's Day for all the fathers. I'm not sure if it's Father's Day in America. I don't know, but in the UK it is. But happy Father's Day. But we're going from the 16th to the 22nd. So quite a bit is happening this cycle. And the main thing I want to point out is this Gemini energy. We've got Mercury as well as Venus and the Sun all entering Gemini this cycle. So as I said, this is different to mainstream astrology. You would probably assume that it's already Gemini season, but it's actually not. It's Gemini season coming in this cycle. So I'm not gassing you. I will show you exactly. This is the sky live. As you can see, we've got the sun here. This is the date. Where's the date? 16th of June, and this is the time right now. And you can see the sun here is in the constellation Taurus. It's literally at the end of Taurus on its horns, and it's getting ready to come into Gemini. So just thought I'll show you the receipts, and as you can see, Venus and Mercury are there about to enter Gemini as well. So that's what's happening above your head. And why does this stand out to me? Because Gemini is air. So for all of these elements, especially Mercury, Venus, and the Sun, I feel it being an air element, the crypto market is getting ready to be a bit more volatile, is getting ready to move a little bit more. So keep that in mind, okay? I feel all of these have a big impact because one, Venus going into Gemini, Venus is about the material reality, everything in our material existence. And of course, it does cover money as well as love, but we're here for the money right now. So the fact that Venus being a part of money and it's entering Gemini, being this air sign, is all about messages, communication, energy exchange. I'm seeing things getting a little quicker with Mercury as well. Mercury is all about energetic exchange. So it's your thoughts, it's who you're communicating with, and it's monetary exchange as well. Mercury being Hermes, the winged god, God's messenger. It's all about that energy exchange. And of course, Mercury fuels Gemini, and Mercury being that air element as well. It fuels Gemini. So this air and this quickness with this monetary exchange, I am seeing the market picking up speed. Again, we're getting our sun, which represents the ego. It's how you're perceiving your reality. So I'm seeing how astrology will impact people to interact with the markets basically. Again, it's picking up speed, so more interaction. For example, if there's more volatility, if we do get a little leg lower, then that's an amazing buying opportunity. And even as we have had this little leg lower in the crypto market, it's showing another buying opportunity because the crypto market across the board has pretty much retraced. So I'm seeing it's like we'll be acting through our ego, making quick decisions, because being air as well, we'll have a think about it and we'll act upon it quite quickly. So I'm generally seeing volatility coming up. Um, and I'll say happy summer solstice, the longest day of the year. Sadly, I wish the longest day was like the end of September, but it's not. And of course, a major part that we need to take note of is this full moon, this full strawberry moon in Sagittarius. So I spoke about this in my last video if you've been watching, but we're now fully in this full moon energy. It usually starts 5 days before and lasts 5 days after. So we're pretty much in it now as you're watching this video. And we will be in it, you can pretty much say, till the end, last few days of the month. So what does this mean? When the full moon is present, price likes to find its microcycle support, its microcycle bottom, basically. So we do need to keep that in mind as this volatility is picking up end of June into July. Do you like my July picture? But end of June into July, I'm seeing volatility picking up. And of course, right now, price is getting ready to secure its bottom. So that's why I said with Bitcoin, will we be staying here? Will it just hover around this level, or will we come lower to secure a bottom in for continuation? Now, the fact it is in Sagittarius, being a fire sign, Sagittarius is the third fire sign. So it's very mature in nature. I have to keep checking that the mic's on, but it's very mature in nature. The fact that it is an arrow, and Sagittarius itself is a centurion, so it's half man, half horse, and he literally has a bow and arrow. So this mature fire sign is very precise in the direction it's ready to go in. It's yeah, it's very precise. It knows exactly where it's going. So this is telling me wherever price wants to find its bottom, its microcycle bottom, is going to be the clearest picture of the direction it's going to go in. And I feel that will just add to this Gemini energy of volatility coming into the market and quickness as well, as we lead into July. So that is the astrological story, but I would like to share something with you that I feel will impact this volatility. So this was that picture I was talking about, waters above. As you can see, I just screenshotted it from one of his videos. But I was trying to get this picture a couple videos ago, but I couldn't get it. And then now I found it. So this is something to pay attention to. We are in a presidential election year. So it's the red ones we're kind of going to pay attention to now. And where are we? In May, we did have a drawback, didn't we, in the crypto market? Oh, excuse me. We did have that in May. Obviously, we're in June. There was some recovery, but take a look at July and August. Now, I don't know if you've seen my video of Leave the World Behind. It was like signaling when crypto will surge. And this August energy, look how big it is. And let's just take a look at August, because you like this picture as well? I shown this picture, this full moon. This full and new moon are quite potent. Um, and it was really the full moon that popped up for me, because it's in a retrograde. That was why. Mercury's stationing retrograde, and then it stations direct here, and it was the full moons during Mercury retrograde that was a hidden code coming from that movie, Leave the World Behind. So it's just interesting that we've got this massive candle in a presidential election year when we are in one right now. So, of course, this is for the Dow Jones, but that will impact the crypto market as well. We're in like a war year too. Like, war narrative is big. So elections and wars can get the market really moving. So this quickness I'm seeing with this Gemini energy, like I said, That's why I'm seeing more volatility happening. And of course, we've got July being a bit more volatile while we're all in that Gemini energy with the Sun, Mercury, and Venus. And of course, um, August, which I says it's another Mercury retrograde during that full moon during Mercury retrograde, where I'm seeing volatility kicking off. So we've got some extended dates, and I'm going to say these are probably the last best times. If we do get a little leg lower in the crypto market, um, may not be too big, but for price to secure its support level officially, I'm seeing that's probably the last best time, the end of June, to get involved at these prices. So yeah, like we've been looking at it for a while, but I do feel we are in the last stages now before we start getting more volatile. And for these prices that we've got, the end of this month may be the last best time to get in. Of course, from where it is, even if we do get a leg up, there's still going to be time to dollar cost average into it, but just not at these prices. So let's get into the technical analysis anyway. But if you did like the astrological story and this little presidential electoral card thingy, do let your girl know, like the video, help your girl out. Please, a little like or comment on the video will just help push it out more, and it will be beneficial. So I appreciate any and all support. So let's look into this anyway. So the first thing I am noticing, of course, we have come down to this support level with where we are. The question is, are we going to, has this been a little break of something? Because even though it was a wick, came down quite a bit. And are we just retesting this after a potential break, for us to get that little rejection to come down another leg? Now, where could we go? I know I've got this zone here as it kind of falls on the outside of this, what's it called? Parallel channel going down. And the last zone, but there is another level. So pay attention to where price came up and it was wicking on. When it broke past this little zone, it kind of rested on it a little. As it moved, it rested on it again. Come in here, it's rested on it, was being rejected on it as its resistance. So this is clearly another level, this 63k. So we're going to add that on. Let's draw a box. Let's draw a box. Let's draw another box. No, I'm actually going to just do a line. Let's do a line, not that type of line, but another type of line. So we'll just put that there. I'd say realistically, we need to see how price holds this level. Could we get our full moon support coming in here at this level? When is it? 22nd. So round about here, could we just rest on there with our full moon? Or will price maintain this level? If we don't rest here, could we fall into this trend line and this zone? I do have this squiggly line going deeper, but I'm not really entertaining that deeper correction, because if Bitcoin is to actually do that, it will take a lot of the other coins with it. Yeah, if we go any deeper and tap back into that 40k region, like, oh, I don't feel that will happen. So I'm not really entertaining it. If it will, it's more of a washout, flush out event. And all that will happen, it may just be one fat ass wick and then continue up. But unless there's a black swan, I'm just not really seeing that. I'm seeing something healthy would be this level. That will be super healthy. And I feel even here will kind of take the rest of the crypto market a little bit somewhere, but we'll see. We'll have to see. even if there is a deeper correction, Bitcoin is still going to do what Bitcoin needs to do. Yep, mic's still on. So ultimately, it will just be an amazing buying opportunity if that's to happen. But I'm entertaining this idea just a little bit more, the 63K region, and ultimately seeing how price will respond to this zone. Oh, mini confirmation, but because let's just put on the moons. Let me actually show you the moon phases so we can see where it is. Like right now, the moons or price has been trading in this zone, kind of like this a range. It's literally just been ranging since March, pretty much since it's got up into this area, since March up until June. So we could get another full moon coming in as these have pretty much along this white line. Oh, that's really interesting. Pretty much along this 63K region. So I am entertaining that idea just a little bit more, especially if this is more of a break and a retest. So that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. Just wanted to see the W time frame. We've obviously got that big ass candle. But let's take a look at the RSI and what's that saying. So, okay, as you can see, it was doing this break and retest type of vibe on the actual chart here. So the RSI there is showing a bit of recovery right now. But the question is, once we've fully recovered, will we just make another leg down? Bear in mind, this is the daily, so bigger time frame, but of course still not that big. But could we, yeah, make another leg down? Literally just as it's done here, it's broke down, got rejected, and then came down. Phone's buzzing. Could we basically repeat that? Like I says, because we are in the energy of finding our full moon, that definitely is a possibility. Let's look at the MACD. So the MACD, we are in the red, and it doesn't seem to be finished yet in the red. So we definitely could get a bit more downward momentum. Just until we found our support, because bear in mind, when we have found our support, the moment we found it, you can then potentially long the market or you can re-enter dollar cost average. So that is the aim. What price can do in this time is the moment it's found its support, it may begin to make its way up. And this could happen at any time during the 5 days before and 5 days after, or it could be on the actual full moon. So it's a period of time, so keep that in mind. We could get this like, it may even be a bit earlier than where I'll put it there because it's in the period of time. We could get price coming down, tapping on it, and then it begins to make its way up. So do keep that in mind, but there's definitely a little bit of room to the downside that Bitcoin would like to do. I just want to check the RSI and the MACD on the W time frame. Okay, so yeah, we're still like heavy in this overbought region, but something I want to pay attention to is this. Look at this. Let's draw it in. We're going to put in a trend line. Oh, look at this lovely trend line on the W time frame. Look at this time frame. So I wonder if we'll tap it. I'm going to leave this there to see if we actually come back to it because that's interesting. This is a nice trend line and upward momentums. I feel even if we were to come back to it at some point, we're just going to continue on up and finish to the upside. So that is interesting. Oh gosh, it is showing a bit more downward momentum on the MACD for the W time frame as well, but will it be a tiny bit like here and then will we go back into the green? Like I'm just not seeing I'm just not seeing a deeper correction. Like obviously I've got this squiggly line, but I just don't feel it will be healthy right now if it actually comes back down to there. But we still well could. We still well could. So it would just be a very deep washout. But I'm just not fully entertaining it. We could, because you know, Bitcoin sometimes it didn't fully retest its last breakout zone. It just continued on. So yeah, let's put on some of the other things. Let's go back down to daily. Let's take a look at our luminary moving averages. Okay, so they're in that parallel channel. I feel they're just going to slowly make their way. However, because you can't see it, but the darkest purple is at the top and Uranus is at the bottom. So the darkest purple is Saturn and Uranus is at the bottom here. So that is a sign for upward momentum. So just keep that in mind. Let's put on the SMAs, EMAs, SMAs. Come on. It's like when I move it, it just, there we go. Let's look at it a little bit better. So it's being supported right now by the 50. It's underneath the 8. It is underneath the 8, but it is being supported by the 50. So how well will we actually hold it? Or will we be pushed down to then meet the potential 200? So that's the question. The biggest thing in question is, are we going to hold this level? Or are we going to come down to 63? When we're at 63, or if we're at 63, we can see if we're taking a deeper correction or if it's actually time for a reversal. But right now it is being supported on the 50. Let's put on the EMAs now. Oh, okay, so it's underneath all of them. It's underneath all of the EMAs, so it is showing a bit of sign of weakness, which is just confirming to me price is getting ready to find its micro support. And like I says, because we are picking up speed with this Gemini energy, it could be quick or it may not stay at the support for too long, and it could make its way on up. But it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. I do just want to see the Bollinger Bands. And again, it's at the bottom pretty much of this Bollinger Band. So will it just follow it down a bit more before trying to reach the middle and the top? We'll see. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Still trying to figure out what this really means, but I'm sure it's like the volume. So a lot of action is happening at this price level with Bitcoin. So whether that is like people selling or getting ready to buy back in, but yeah, let's just close some of these Bollinger Bands. But yeah, we are underneath the moving averages and everything right now. So I'm gonna just pull a fib. Let's just take a little look at a fib. Just this zone to this zone, see what it's doing. Oh, it's come back down to that 0.5 just in this area. I've not done it from wick to wick, I've done it from candle. So it is right now pretty much by the 0.5 fib, which is good under the golden pocket there. I'm going to do it the other way. I'm still learning the best way to obviously do it, but that was a buy fib. This is obviously more of a sell fib. And again, the opposite way, we are on the 0.5, but look at it this way. Us touching this white line, this 63K region, where we could potentially get our microcycle bottom in, is the top of the golden pocket, the 0.618. So for me, that's a confirmation we may draw back down to this level for sure, because that is the Fibonacci sequence, isn't it? The golden ratio, 618. So, and price always likes to gravitate to that level. So keep this level in mind, I'll say, as the first level, as we are finding our micro cycle support. We're finding our support level. So keep this 63K in mind, especially if we cannot hold this 66k. And we'll see how price goes and responds to this level when we get into our next video on the 23rd, to see if we'll go lower in that full moon energy or if that will be it. So, but that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin. There's definitely more retracement coming into the cards as we need to find our bottom. There's a little bit more to go. 63k is definitely a healthy level that I'm looking at. And of course, if Bitcoin comes down to this level, it's going to bring the other cryptos down with it. And this is why I'm entertaining this little stretch. I need to stretch this zone a little bit more, because yeah, if it goes deeper, it's just like, what's going on? And if we hit in this zone and that is our bottom, it's kind of like in this trading cluster, we've created a higher low, which would be good from obviously these two zones. So yeah, so keep that in mind. Let's take a look at our XRP. Let's take a look. So as you can see, with that little retracement Bitcoin had, XRP has come up a little, but just take a look at it. I was like, oh, if we come down lower, it's basically just hitting the bottom of this parallel channel, and that's exactly what it did. Also, pretty much on the white line, which has been its support for a while. This thick white line. Oh, I just need to move my knee. Sorry. Check the mics on. But yeah, it's come back down to the bottom of this parallel channel and this white line. And like I says, it's been trading in this parallel channel since its inception. So it's just playing with it. So it's definitely healthy again that it's touched the bottom of it. And of course, with it touching the bottom, clearly the only way is trading higher in it and then out of it eventually. So that's good. But looking at the RSI, though, on the daily, as you can see, we're already turning around. We are definitely on the more sold region of this instead of brought. But as we had this upward momentum, I am seeing just more relief coming because we've gone up quite a bit. It may just need to come down. But like I said, this is why I wouldn't really want Bitcoin to go down too far, because where is it going to pull XRP and go? Where is it going? I feel even if Bitcoin does come down that little bit more, I feel XRP will hold a little bit in strength and basically just play around with the bottom of this parallel channel and this white line. I feel that's all it will do. So that's why I'm not seeing Bitcoin go down too far. And if it does, or any type of thing, I feel the most that will happen is, as I've put this white line here where we've wicked down to, and it's another clear zone. Let's just actually take a look. I'm squeezing it up so you can actually see these white lines that I'm talking about. So it's kind of come back down to this one, and this was a strong zone as it's been playing with it for a while. And it has been playing with this lower white line as well, as it wicked heavily down straight to it and done it again. So I feel if there is a deeper correction, especially for Bitcoin, that's the most that will happen. I feel we'll get a wick, another wick down to it if we go that deep, if Bitcoin pulls the rest of the market with it, and it will just be brought back up again, and then we'll play around with this parallel channel, the bottom of it, and this white line. And if anything, it would be about XRP breaking through this white line from its resistance, making it its support again if we're to go down lower. If Bitcoin doesn't pull it down that low, we'll just entertain the bottom of this parallel channel. But the most I'm seeing will be a wick. Like as someone left a comment, they're just not seeing it get lower than 40 cents. And I don't see that neither. And of course, this white line is 41 cents. So the most they'll do is whatever wash out, a wick down, and then back up again. So that is what I'm seeing for XRP. When it comes to the luminary moving averages, we are underneath all of them. They are in the structure with Uranus at the bottom and Saturn on top of upward momentum. However, price is beneath it, not on top of it, like Bitcoin. So again, that is just telling me a little downward momentum is definitely possible. Let's just hide these for a moment because it's a bit more messy. Let's put on. Yes, okay. So price has, we'll just zoom back in again. Let's reset the chart, get a clearer view. Excuse me. I need to eat a blueberry. Bear with me. So, fascinating. Price has come back up above the 8. It's come up above the 8, but it is underneath the 50 and of course the 200. So it's going to be interesting because sometimes with XRP, sometimes it doesn't move like the rest of the market. It does its own thing. So my only question is, how low will it go? Will it literally just hold itself and just entertain this level? Because, for example, it went up quite a bit, but Bitcoin didn't move as much as XRP did on this little retracement that it's done. So yeah, will it hold its own and just hover on this level, or will it come this little bit lower? But it did show a little bit of sign of strength, I guess, but it is still underneath the 50 and the 200. Let's see this one. Yes, and it's underneath all of these as well. It's underneath all of these as well. So it does need to find strength, I guess. And I feel this will be the thing, probably just keeping it in this level. But like I said, it is working on finding its true support. So where is that going to come in? Where is it going to come in? On the 22nd, will it literally get its full moon roundabout there? And if price just holds itself, if Bitcoin goes lower and it just holds itself, will it actually do that? Yeah, these moons have gone lower. If it comes in here, it will just show up a little bit lower, but it's just waiting. When it comes to the MACD, it looks like it wants to start coming out of the red. But like I says, it's super suppressed. We all know this coin is super suppressed. When we switch into the green, will we actually get our blue and red moving averages on top this time instead of still at the bottom like here? But yeah, it's definitely getting ready to turn. It's getting ready to turn. So like I said, is once price finds its bottom, finds its support, we'll see where it goes, but it's definitely trying to finish off this downward energy, and I feel that's why it may just hover in this area. But yeah, how much people are invested in this right now? Okay, so just quite a bit of action, I guess, from that level. What's the Bollinger Band saying? Yeah, it bounced off the grey Bollinger Band and just bounced off it, but it is getting hit. And like I said, this is another bigger green triangle. We are underneath it. So will we just come down, hover, and then break out? We'll just have to see, of course. Yeah, it's not a lot of volume right now. But will that kick in with the Gemini energy? We'll see. We shall see. Let's throw on a fib and then we'll take a look at the DXY. Then we'll take a look at the DXY. Let's get rid of the moons. Check the mic still on. Yes, it is. So I'm going to do it both ways because that's literally just my brain. I need to see both ways of it. What has it hit off? Okay, it literally, in this whole zone, it literally hit off the 469. Can you see that? It's the 469. It hit off. It's pretty low. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty low. It like needs kind of shifting. Let's just draw it the other way. I'll do it from the candlestick to the height of this candlestick. Oh, okay. So the reverse zone for XRP is basically in a perfect buying opportunity. It is under confirmation burp. I done a little burp. Mic's still on. It's under the 888. So like XRP is in the buying zone, literally just with it being at the bottom of this parallel channel, with it being like so low on the RSI and everything, the fibs saying it's underneath this buying zone, it is like the perfect buying zone for XRP. Even if it goes down a little bit higher, like this zone, there's no point waiting for this one. Like, even if you're getting into Bitcoin, it could go down a little bit lower. That's probably worth waiting to get your better entry. But when it comes to XRP, there's no point in waiting, I guess. I have been dollar cost averaging anyway, so I just put in, and the only thing I'm kind of just waiting on really is just to find out its full support, because I just do everything all at once, to be honest. I do it all in one go, like on the same day. Um, so yeah, but it's a perfect buy-in opportunity. This parallel channel, it's been in since its whole inception. So it's really like it's at the beginning, basically. I want to go live at one point, and actually just go live and go over other coins. If anyone would be interested in that, do let me know. When I'll do it, I don't know. It's most likely going to be late at night, some random time. So let me know anyway. Just choose a coin and we'll actually just look over it. So yeah, that's it for XRP. On the W time frame, yeah, it's just in this zone. Will it go lower? Like, damn, like it just really can't. It's at the bottom of this parallel channel. It's been in it for a while. Look, it's playing with it after this is on top of it. I don't think this chart goes all the way to the beginning, but like look over here, it's on top, and before this point it was inside it. Yeah, this chart doesn't go all the way. Before this point, XRP was inside it or just on top, then it left it for a moment, it came back to it, trading on it, trading on top of it as its support, then it's inside it, trading all along it, and now it's in it again. Now it's fully in it. So it is an important zone for sure. And I feel this is the lowest it's going to be. The max will be a wick to this level, this 42, 42, 41 as a wick. And I feel it will be brought back up if it does that. If not, it's just going to entertain the bottom of this parallel channel until it trades in it higher and then eventually out of it. Because, yeah, that's what I'm seeing for XR Pizzy in the hizzy. Let me know your thoughts anyway. Yeah, do let me know your thoughts. That's looking like it wants to change from the red as well and get into the green. So I'm just seeing overall, we'll check the DXY for extra confirmation, but I am seeing overall price is just getting ready to find its bottom, to fully find its bottom so we can actually enter into this July energy of a bit more volatility with the Gemini energy coming in as well. But let's take a look at the DXY to see how. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's take a look at the DXY. Sorry, I got distracted for a little moment. I got a little distracted. So as you can see, the DXY, the dollar, had strength this cycle, last cycle it had strength. Obviously that's why crypto was going down. So it was showing some strength. Obviously with the MACD, with crypto still wanting to find its support level, it's looking like it does have a bit more room in the green area for price to move. Oh. It does look like there's definitely more room to the upside, which again, it does make sense because crypto is getting ready to find its support and go down a little bit more. Obviously, because we have kind of just gone up, there could be a little relief from this upward momentum. There could be a little relief, so a little retracement coming in. As it's pretty much started to do anyway. It went up and it retraced back on the day. Oh, I didn't look on smaller time frames for the other one. We just check the daily. I'm going to jump back and check a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm actually going to take a look on a smaller time frame here. Okay, see, this is where you see some things a little bit more on the smaller time frame, because as you can see, it's like we've done a break and a retest, and that's basically what I wanted to see. So it's already like yeah, it's retracing a little bit off of what it's done, having a little relief from this upward momentum, but it does look like a clear break and retest. And once it's cleared that, especially being supported off of the 8, we could get another leg up. How high? I don't know. Like I says, I don't feel it's gonna go higher than this point. Just going back to the daily, because we do know it's a little break and retest that's happened now. Could it go as high as this point? I don't feel it will go higher, or it's definitely not reaching like this 107. It's not reaching that, because if it does, then that means crypto is just going to retrace quite a bit, and I just don't see it retracing that deeply, not that deeply. So it's getting ready for more volatility and upward momentum. So yeah, these are the last stages. These are definitely the last stages. But could we get rejected off this level? Like if we continue to go up with this little break and retest, is this the zone? Just stretch that out. We could get rejected off instead of getting higher than this point. And if we're to get rejected off this level to then start making our way down, that for me would be a bigger signal of coming into more of this volatility for July. Reason being, because we wouldn't have created a higher high than this zone, it would actually be a higher low. So it's lower than this zone. So that would show a sign of weakness. And then we come down further as crypto is picking up more of this volatility as we enter into summer finally. Why does summer begin when the summer solstice happens? Wouldn't you kind of think the summer solstice is at the end of summer instead of the beginning? Because this is technically the last days of spring now, isn't it? Anyway, it's just me and my weather. It's just we've not had the nicest weather. But that's pretty much what I'm seeing. Let's take a look at the other moving averages. Yeah, okay. So it's underneath, it's on top of all of them. So that could definitely just give that little propel up to this zone. And it's seeing what it will do here at the 106. But I do feel as this has been a break and retest, the dollar may continue its strength this cycle. It may continue its strength. So like I says, crypto, everything is getting ready to find its support. The dollar will find it, no, gold will show probably some retracements. Any forex pair against the dollar basically may be a bit weaker compared to the dollar this cycle, or the beginning of this cycle, but we could just get rejected off here. And as we go into the end of July, crypto's picking at the end of June, sorry, we may hover around this level, clearly get rejected, and then start to come down as we go into July and make our way down. like steps. See how it's gone like that, and then it will go lower, make a lower low, and then lower high, lower low, and so on, and go down as crypto is doing. Basically the opposite. Basically. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. I will just throw on a fib because I generally like to say, let me throw on a fib. I just like to say that, and I do it both ways. How do you like use your fib? Which way do you draw it? So okay, so we're kind of in the golden pocket just from this trading zone. We are in the golden pocket right now, which is interesting. No, we're in it. Yes, we're in it. Slightly. No, we're fully in that. Just about. We're at the bottom of the golden pocket. I want to draw it the other way. I know this is just a small fib. No, I want to draw it this way. Yeah, I think it was more the other way. But could we get rejected even if it's at this level? Like, look at this. We kind of just wicked up to that and then came down. So will price just entertain this level, which is the 236? Yes, the 2336. It's going to be interesting, but that is what I'm seeing. There's definitely some room to the upside for it, and there's a little bit of room for the downside when it comes to crypto. So that is what I am seeing. We'll have some buying opportunities the end of June. And I feel like I says these are going to be the last buying opportunities. Like they are. So are you ready? Have you been ready? And let me know your thoughts. But this was Crypto Angles podcast number 61. Is 61 or 62? I can't remember. But let me know your thoughts. Leave your girl a comment. I am seeing things picking up speed and momentum as we go into July, end of June, July. So, yeah, I will see you for the next video, and make sure you do grab one of these calendars. There is still the buy one get one free. Grab the digital. You can get the physical. Just pay postage. I've said why. So make sure you grab it if you'd like to support. If you'd like to support any other way, I do offer birth chart readings. Make sure you check out my other videos and just leave a comment and like. But I will see you in the next video. Thank you. You've stuck to the end. I really appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And with that being said, Angel out. Bye.